The war in Middle East may have just crossed into Europe. Not through speeches, not through warnings, but through explosions in the middle of the night. Sirens echoing, jets scrambling, military bases suddenly under attack, and the location of this dramatic moment? A British military base on European soil. Overnight, powerful blasts were reported near a key installation operated by Royal Air Force on the Mediterranean island of Cyprus. This particular base, strategically positioned just minutes from the Middle East, has long been one of the most important outposts for Western military operations in that particular region. But now, it may have become a target. Well, British officials say that the explosions, they were likely caused by the Iranian drone strike. That's right. But you know what here? If it is actually confirmed, that this would mark a shocking moment in the expanding crisis, because for the very first time in this conflict, Iranian forces may have struck territory controlled by a European power. Well, this base believed to be involved is located at escalates, a major British military hub used for surveillance mission, fighter jet deployment, and support operations across the Middle East. And suddenly, in the dark hours before the dawn, that base was rocked by explosions. In fact, residents nearby reported hearing loud blasts. Military alarms rang out across the base, and within minutes, fighter jets were reportedly scrambled into the sky. Security forces sealed off parts of the facility, while radar teams began scanning the skies for more incoming threat. Officials later suggested that the blast may have been caused by the Iranian drone reaching the base perimeter. Fortunately, early reports say that there is no casualty that has been reported, but the message that was loud, that was unmistakable. This attack did not happen in isolation. Just hours earlier, missiles had reportedly been launched towards Cyprus, raising fear that the Mediterranean island could be pulled into the wider conflict spreading across the region. Also, the timing, that is significant because shortly before the strike, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer had authorized the US to use British military bases for defensive operations. Now, those bases were reportedly being used to help intercept missiles and drones threatening the Western allies in the region. In other words, Britain had just stepped closer to the conflict, and now its military infrastructure, it appears to have been directly targeted. Well, inside London, the reaction has been swift. Officials say that the British government is closely monitoring the whole situation as tensions continue to rise across the multiple fronts. Military planners are now assessing whether additional defense measures are needed to protect the British installation abroad or not. And one uncomfortable question is being asked across European capitals. Is Europe becoming the next battlefield?